Hello, arrows. Welcome back to the channel. Hi, if you're new here, and welcome. So today I'm actually driving to work, but I thought it would be a good idea. I keep saying I want to let you guys get to know me, and I haven't really done much besides like showing small details of my life. So I'm driving to work, and I just kind of wanted to let you guys get to know me. I know so much about all of you guys. So if you like this, then let me know. So let's start off with, what do I do for a living? What do I do for work? I am a CDPAP, which is an at-home health aide. I work for my parents. I am my dad's home health aide. I help take care of his medical needs, getting him prescriptions, grocery shopping, stuff like that. I shovel their driveway, random things like that. Yeah, so that's what I do for a living, how I got in that career, and honestly, this kind of segues into how I got into tarot reading. I wound up getting into tarot reading by knowing that when my father died, sorry, I just kind of didn't even explain to you what that was about. So in 2018, I essentially lost my father. He had something happened to him medically. His medical information is not mine to divulge on the internet. All I'm going to say about it is he essentially passed away. They did life support. He was on a helicopter. He was flown to another hospital. All this stuff, and they did wind up saving him, but when they saved him, he wound up having paralysis in his legs, so he's in a wheelchair now. There's a bunch of complications. We don't really have answers. We keep asking for answers, and that's kind of what led me down the path of like my spiritual awakening. When my father died, it essentially killed my ego, because if you have a close relationship like I do with my family, I think I wasn't ready to yet face death or really accept what death is, what the other side is, any of that. I was raised in a religious household, but it was more so very like, if you lie, then you are a bad person. If you do that, like any mistake, it wasn't like God is forgiving, God is good. It was more of I was scared of God. And I don't know if it's just because my brain as a child, we don't like to be told what to believe in, what to do. I'm not really sure why I didn't really follow the faith. Like, I always believed in God, but I was like, okay, and it wasn't until my father essentially passed away that I really started reflecting on the afterlife, energies of the world, and I just dove down that rabbit hole. Okay, I truly believe that everyone has the gift of tarot within them. It's just whether or not you choose to learn that gift. I had an interest in learning it because I just found it so intriguing. I just went down the rabbit hole, and I seen how everything is interconnected, planetary wise, like worldly, everything is interconnected. And I started to like literally experience that. Like, I plant a garden, the seed grows. Like, every choice and action that you make has a repercussion, whether or not it's negative or positive. And sometimes people's karma can also affect your life by the energies you allow into your life. And I've kind of really grown to just embrace life, embrace what it can be, embrace the goodness. And yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys get to know me a little bit, 411, a little bit of backstory. If you like this, then let me know down below, because I'll keep doing little segments of just little information about me, just little chit chats, so you can kind of get to know me. I know sometimes it can feel kind of stuffy behind the desk. As a reader, it can kind of create this disconnect. I know I felt that with tarot readers, so I just wanted to create that connection. I want to be your friend. I want to help you through your problems, and I will see you guys in your readings. I just wanted to remind you guys that I am in no way a therapist. I'm not a licensed professional. I just like reading tarot cards, and I like following the cards' suggestions and advice. So if you need professional help with any of that, make sure you do consult a professional, as I am not one. I just try to help people because I've been through some dark times myself. And yeah, I am a recovering alcoholic, which some of you do not know as well. So, you know, I know how dark things can be. So, yeah, I just wanted to pop on, give you guys a little 411 about me, and I will see you guys here in a minute in your readings. Okay, I'll be here at my desk here in a minute, and I will see you guys then. Bye. Hello arrows, and welcome back to the channel. Hi if you're new here, and welcome. So today we're just going to jump right into it, and we are going to take a look at what is going to be happening with your careers. So I thought it would be fun this time. I feel that one. I thought it would be fun to use tea leaves, and I thought, whoa, that one is meant to come out, and I thought it would be fun, and that one, to use tea leaves. I don't know why. I don't think I've ever really seen a video using tea leaves, and I thought it would be fun to use it for our significator cards. And yeah, so I will be pulling zodiac signs as well if you like to choose your piles using zodiac signs, and I'll be pulling from my Alice in Wonderland tarot today. And or if you like to choose your piles based off intuition, then we will do that. So for pile number 1, you have December for your tea leaf. Interesting. For pile number 2, we have frying pan, trouble, accusations. And for pile number 3, this one wanted to reveal itself right away. We have well, family wishes come true. So whichever card you feel most drawn to, or tea leaf, you know, maybe you're looking to start something in December, maybe something is kind of troublesome at work, or maybe it's kind of steady and you've been kind of waiting for something to move along, whichever you feel most drawn to. But if you like to choose your piles based off zodiac sign, I will be assigning zodiac signs here right now. So for pile number 1, can I have some zodiac signs for pile number 1? Can I have some guidance for zodiac for pile number 1? We have Cancer. Whoa, and I feel this one and this one. We have Gemini. We have Capricorn. And we have Virgo for pile number 1. Those will be the zodiac signs. Okay, for pile number 2, let's see. Can I have some guidance, please, for pile number 2 zodiac signs? Okay, so we have Libra. And I feel these just because they stayed in my hand. We have Pisces.
create some space. We have Sagittarius. And can we have one more zodiac sign for pile number 2, please? Last zodiac, thank you. We have Aries for pile number 2. And last but not least, as I always say, for pile number 3, we have Leo. We have Taurus. We have Aquarius. And we have Scorpio for pile number 3. So whether or not you like to choose your piles based off intuition, whichever card you feel most drawn to, or your zodiac sign, your timestamp will be down in the description box below, and I will see you guys here in a minute in your readings. Bye, guys. Hi, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this pile, you chose it based off your zodiac sign, and you're a Cancer, Gemini, Capricorn, or Virgo. Welcome to your reading. Or you chose it based off of intuition, and you got this December card, which I think is interesting because a few months back I actually pulled the December card in one of my other readings. I didn't use them as a significator card, so I'd be intrigued if you happen to get that in one of the last readings. So yeah, right away it kind of looks like something is like breaking apart in December. Maybe something's finally opening up. Yeah, but we won't know until we take a look. It's interesting because her hair kind of looks like a river. I don't know. My brain is envisioning like different paths maybe. Yeah, so let's see though. Okay, can we have some guidance for pile number 1 on what is going to be happening coming up in their career? Can we have some guidance for pile number 1? Thank you. On what will be happening in their career? Can I have some guidance for pile number 1, please? Let's see. Whoa, okay, those one wanted to come out. Let's see. We have the Page of Flowers. We have, this is an extra card in the deck. It's transformation, and it quite literally means like transformation, okay? That's interesting coming up right with the Page of Flowers. You have the Seven of Wands. Or no, the Nine of Wands. Wow, my brain. The Nine of Wands. The flowers in this deck are wands. You have the Knight of Teacups, which is the Knight of Cups. And you have the Page of Hedgehogs. Interesting. I want to try to make some room. That's interesting because with the Page of Flowers, especially with December here, so what I'm wondering, honestly, is I'm wondering if because, okay, so I'm wondering if because you've helped somebody, okay, if that is why you are. So I'm channeling that you're going to be rewarded in December, okay? I'm channeling that right away. Like you're going to start to see the rewards happening in December, okay? We have, yeah, the Eight of Hedgehogs, the Eight of Pentacles. It's like keeping the hedgehogs in this deck are pentacles. This one fell off, so this one's to come out too. We have the Ten of Teacups, yeah. So what I'm channeling is that right now in December, and it's kind of interesting, okay? And it's like right now things may feel like it's kind of breaking apart in your hands, okay? And quite literally she's looking at it, but she's not scared, okay? She's releasing all of these ice crystals and the snow and her hair is like these different paths, okay? That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye are like different paths, okay, that you have chosen to take to kind of align things for yourself, okay? Whether or not, especially with the Page of Flowers here, okay, what this is telling me with the Page of Flowers, the Knight of Teacups, it's kind of telling me that, especially this Page of Flowers, there's two extra people in here, and it's the Page of Wands, and usually it's a single figure, you know? So it's kind of guiding me. I keep seeing that you're like such a helpful person. You're a caring person. You care about people's emotions and their feelings and their empathy, and like you have empathy for people. And when people are around you, they feel so happy. And what I find intriguing is because of this transformation card here, okay, it's like you have this beat down energy with the Nine of Wands, and I think it's beautiful because it's almost as if like you've kind of known how to take this solitude to yourself, and you've kind of known how to like give back to others even though your energy is worn down, okay? And that's kind of how you are, how do I say it? It's what you enjoy doing with the Knight of Teacups. It's kind of like, and being right next to the Page of Hedgehogs, okay? The Knight of Teacups is showing me like you, even though this may wear down your energy from time to time by being so helpful to other people, and you do know how to kind of take that meditative state, because with the transformation card, it tells me right next to the Nine of Wands that you do know that sometimes you do have to unplug, okay? And maybe lately you've been kind of forgetting that, so maybe that's a reminder for some of you to make sure that you are unplugging and not letting your energy get worn down with the Nine of Wands. Make sure you're this rose, right? This wand is a different energy, so it's like making sure your energy is always bright, vibrant, powerful. When you think of the color red, you think of power and vibrancy and getting things done and control and yeah. And with the Page of Hedgehogs, it's like the hedgehogs in this deck are pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles knows how to get their resources. They will work hard, and when something doesn't work, then they're gonna try something else, right? And there's multiple figures in this card again, okay? So that's what's telling me that you like to help other people, and because you have been helping other people, maybe you have just recently had to help somebody, because we are currently in the month of December. So the guidance is kind of like, because you've helped people, okay, you are going to start to be rewarded. You're going to start to see that kind of like, because you've been so free about like giving away like to others and not being selfish. It's kind of taking you on these different paths, okay? It's going to reward you so well with the 10 of Cups. You're going to be so happy. Yeah, and it's like the 8 of Pentacles right after the Page of Hedgehogs is showing me that you're going to be well off in your resources. It's with the 10 of Teacups, you're going to be so happy and so fulfilled. So maybe some of you have been working on a project, and maybe the deadline's coming up in December, like, or you just turned it in and you're like, oh no, how is it gonna go? I'm not really sure. It's gonna go well. Like, people are going to be happy. This dodo bird is quite literally the umbrella. He's taking all of the rain and he's happily doing it. He's sheltering. The umbrella shelters people, the community, yourself. With this transformation, it's telling me that something is transforming for you in December. Whether or not that means finally, maybe you're finally applying to college, okay? And this is what's going to lead you to your dream job eventually. It's this transformative moment for you right now, okay? You are putting your work into something with the 9 of Wands. The Wands are energy. You're putting your energy into it. You're building a community. You're kind of transforming everything right now. And it's quite literally a pivotal moment for you, pile number 1. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, and it's like, it's so clear. It's so beautiful, because I keep wondering if I need to... Yeah, so let's ask, is the Page of Hedgehogs someone coming in for pile number 1 to help them with this? Or is it because they've put in the hard work themselves and it's finally paying off? Can I have some guidance for pile number 1? The 4 of Hedgehogs. Not that one, but this one. The 10 of Flowers. It's both. Because the 4 of Pentacles is kind of like protecting your resources and making sure that they're protected. And with the 10 of Flowers here, the 10 of Wands, it's kind of showing these two different energies, especially in this one. So it's kind of been this ongoing effort for you, okay, pile number 1. For some of you, it's something that you have been working towards for a long time. It maybe has even felt like it wasn't going to give back to you with the 4 of Hedgehogs, because sometimes it can feel like things are stagnant with the 4 of Pentacles, like it's not really moving. But what your message today is, pile number 1, because you've kind of like reached out to other people, you've lended a hand, you've kind of like given your energy to other people, quite literally, like, here you go, it's fine. Putting other people before yourself, that's what I'm seeing. It's all over your reading. And I quite literally see different energies. So for a lot of you, I feel like it's ongoing energy that you have been putting into this, ongoing effort. It could be maybe you're thinking, I don't have a job. What are you talking about? You don't know that by the end of December, you will get a call, okay? You will get a call. Because you're probably, if you don't have a job and your zodiac landed on this, or you were drawn to it, you might be thinking, what are you talking about? I don't have a job at all. This could be someone is going to get a hold of you by the end of December to kind of let you know, like, hey, we want to bring you in for an interview. And it's going to start that process, okay? It's going to transform things for you. That's what I'm seeing is, yeah, you've quite literally, and someone's been watching for some of you. So maybe you're not really looking to get ahead and you've just been working hard, okay? For some of you, it could be you've just been working really hard towards your goals. Like, maybe you just started this job and you've been working hard and you're just kind of wondering, how have I been doing in this job? Well, because in December you're going to get news of something that's going to emotionally fulfill you, energetically fulfill you, because the Ten of Wands is like full energy movement. It's going to be such a happy time for you. It's going to transform everything. You've known how to protect yourself with the Knight of Teacups. That's beautiful. Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing, pile number one, is in December, there is a transformation. Okay, it's either that's when you're going to get the news, or that's when the ball is going to start rolling. That's where this pivotal moment is going to come in, okay? And let's pull some angel numbers and moon oracles for you guys. That's interesting. These ones were right here. So it says, leave your fears behind. That's the energy of Capricorn, of course. So Capricorn, that's been happening the last couple readings. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm sorry if you can't, but that's the energy of Capricorn right there. And we have gather all of the information, which is the energy of Gemini, okay? So that is there's a half moon and then a full moon, so that's interesting. Yeah, it's like you've been doing this, like you've been working towards this. Some of you, you've just been kind of at your job, okay? And some of you, it's kind of gonna be like, oh, well, I thought my resources were fine with it. The Eight of Hedgehogs, the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you are like, well, I'm not really looking for a job increase. I'm not really looking for anything. I'm just like at my job and I'm content. I'm just interested. Something's happening in December for you. Okay, whether or not maybe someone's going to retire and you get news that in December they're retiring, and now in January you can apply for that position, and that's going to be that transformative moment for you. Okay, pile number one. Let's get you an angel number as well, because we almost forgot that. Let's get you an angel number. We have 588, financial prosperity. Yes, okay. It's crazy. It's like you are going to be so happy with the Ten of Cups, the Page of... These are some beautiful cards, okay? It's like because you've been working together with everyone. Let's pull some letters. Let's see. Can I have some letters for pile number one, please? Pile number one. Whoa, okay. Those ones fell right out today. So let's see, okay. I see horizon, okay? So maybe, you know, hope, like that transformation is right on the horizon, okay? And you're not necessarily seeing it right now. It's right on the horizon. I see tax. Oh, there's no G. I was gonna say, maybe it's been taxing on you guys, okay? Or maybe you had to pay a huge amount of tax and you're like, how am I ever going to recover from this? In December, you're going to get news of like something that's going to increase your finances like abundantly, okay? You're going to get news by the end of December. And I know you're like, well, it's like December now. It's going to happen, okay? Let's see. Let's see. I see the word brand. Okay, so maybe some of you are looking to create a brand. I thought I had a T, but my mind's eye is saying brand. Okay, some of you are trying to create a brand. Okay, and that's finally going to come in for you. I see the word Etsy. I don't know why. Maybe some of you are trying to sell your stuff on Etsy and it hasn't been selling. Oh, there's no G. I was going to say bought. I was going to say bought out. So it's like maybe you're trying to sell something on Etsy, and nothing's really been selling, and it's going to start picking up in December. Okay, you're going to be able to rest finally. Let's see. Can we have one last message for pile number 1 on what's coming up in their career? Can I have one last message for pile number 1 on what they should expect in their career? Boot. I don't know why that. I see one. It's funny because, oh, that's funny because I'm like, boot, why do I see that? And then I see the word reset. Okay. This is going to be the reset you need in December. Okay. I see reset and I also see reboot. Okay. So that's interesting. Like reboot yourself, reset something. Okay. In December, that is going to be the time that you finally reboot, reset. By the end of December, that's when it's going to happen. Something is going to reset in your career, okay? And that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 1. If you like today's reading, give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and let me know. Also, if you're new here, become a member of the Arrow family by hitting the subscribe button down below. That does help me greatly. And I will see you guys on Monday with the last Christmas themed video. Sad face, but we do have New Year's coming up and I am getting back in my regular schedule again, and I can't wait to see you guys there. And remember to head over to my Facebook page and like my Facebook page to get free readings by me and to see what I'm up to in my personal life and all of that fun stuff. And I will see you guys here on Monday. Bye, arrows. Hi, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this pile, then you're a Libra, Pisces, Sagittarius, or Aries. Welcome to your reading. Or you chose it based off intuition and you were drawn to this frying pan card. And it says trouble and accusations. So I think it's really intriguing, especially that this meat in this frying pan is kind of like still raw, and it's kind of like, you know, It's like that pressure, that steam. Um, so I'm really intrigued for your guys' reading today, honestly. Maybe something's going to be happening at work with you guys. Maybe it's something you already know, and maybe that's why you were drawn to the pile, or maybe, whoa, those really want to come out, so we'll take those. Whoa, thank you. Okay. So I find it intriguing. Because I wonder if it's a situation at work that you're kind of feeling is happening, but it's like, because it's not like this frying pan is under a small flame, right? So I feel like this is something you already know about for most of you, okay? For some of you, it could be something that just kind of goes, like, like, what's happening? But, for a lot of you, because the flame isn't small, it's not like it's slowly cooking this steak. It's kind of like it's on fire now. So I kind of feel like this is something that you already know about, okay? But let's see. We have the Three of Flowers, the Three of Wands. We have the Fool. We have the Seven of Hedgehogs, which is the Seven of Pentacles in this deck. We have Temptation. We have Suspension. We have the Magician. Interesting. These are some very interesting cards, you guys. We have the Three of Spears, which is the Three of Swords in the Alice in Wonderland deck. We have the Four of Spears, which is the Four of Swords. Okay. I'm going to leave these for now. So the message that I'm getting is that this has been a long time issue. This has been an issue that you have just been dealing with when it comes to your job or work, okay? It's been kind of like, especially with the Three of Wands here, it's this energy that's been there, okay? It's just been there. It could be a coworker, it could be a boss, it could be a difficult customer that just, maybe it's a difficult person that you keep dealing with that keeps coming back. There is some sort of difficult energy in your work situation, and right now, your guidance is you may be tempted to kind of like, no, okay, no, that the suspension. That's why I stopped. I said, no, they're not tempted. They're not tempted. You've been dealing with this person for a while, okay? And it's kind of made you feel suspended. You're kind of like, I don't even know if I want to be at this job anymore. I don't know if I'm enjoying this. Should I? You don't know what to do. You're not really sure, okay? And that's what I feel like these cards are, okay? So it's showing me that there is a new beginning on the horizon for you with this Fool card, okay? There is a new beginning coming on the horizon for you, okay? The issue is, okay, is Alice is kind of looking ahead. The cat kind of seems worried, okay? And she's like, okay, let's go. And she just wants to go down the path, okay? And this sun up here kind of reminds me of the star. So kind of like remember that you are the star, and to make sure that when you make decisions, you're carrying yourself in that star energy, okay? Because with the Seven of Hedgehogs, it's like trying to protect those resources from this kind of temptation that is suspending you, okay? So some of you may, you're getting so sick of this energy just kind of wearing on you. You're essentially the steak, right? You're slowly being cooked, and you're like, I don't know how much more I can take of this. There is some sort of issue in your work, because with the Three of Swords, it's showing this heartbreak. But with the Four of Swords, it's showing that you are coming out of this heartbreak, though, okay? You're going to be able to rest and relax your mind. Swords are all in the mind. So there, especially this Fool card right over the Magician, it's like, because of you having to deal with all of this trouble, all of these accusations, you don't realize that because you haven't been taking that temptation, because you've been holding yourself in that diligence, and you've kind of been taking the heartbreak of the situation, you're finally going to be able to rest and relax and create. You're going to get the benefit of this, okay? So how is pile, I think that's what we need guidance on. How is pile number 2 going to create this, though? Maybe it's a coworker, because I keep hearing like, but I'm not doing anything. And it's just like this coworker that just like for some reason just keeps like coming back and having this issue. And you're just like, I'm just trying to show up and work. That's kind of like what keeps playing in my mind, is like, yeah, but I'm not doing anything to tempt me or suspend me. It's this other person. And that's kind of what you're not understanding, is because you've done that, because you've kind of kept yourself suspended due to this other person. That's unfair energy. You know, this other person is kind of blocking you with the Three of Wands. Their energy is blocking you and suspending you. And you don't realize that as long as you don't take that temptation with the Four of Swords, and you make sure your mind is rested and relaxed, you don't seek revenge, you don't try to do anything, it's kind of like you're going to be rewarded. But I'm interested to see how with the Magician. So let's see. We have the Five of Swords. So that's not seeing the other side of something mentally. So that's, you're not seeing it right now. We have the Five of Teacups. You're not seeing the other side of it emotionally. These teacups are cracked, okay? Teacups are all in the emotions. So it's like you're not emotionally seeing this right now. You're not able to see it. The Three of Cups. This community is being brought back together. The Three of Cups is about building an emotionally balanced community. And the Ten of Hedgehogs. Which is the Ten of Pentacles, which is like being happy, having everything, being abundantly happy, having the wealth and resources, your family is happy, everything's good. So honestly, your guidance is whatever the situation at work is, okay? There is something at work that has been kind of like, maybe you keep applying for a new promotion, and you're just not hearing anything, and it's kind of breaking your heart, and maybe it's tempting you to apply to a new job. For some of you, don't do that, okay? You're not seeing that like this new beginning is coming for you, okay? Don't take that temptation, is kind of what I'm seeing. Because right now you're kind of heartbroken. You're not seeing the other side mentally or emotionally because you're kind of suspended by this energy. There's been something that's kind of causing this friction in your life. It's kind of making you want to protect your resources, and you're kind of like, I don't know what to do. I want to move my resources. Don't do that, okay? Yeah, because you're not seeing the other side. You're not seeing that this new beginning is coming for you, okay? That community is coming for you. The magician creates whatever they want. So maybe for some of you, okay, you're thinking like, no, this is toxic. Maybe that's the whole thing too, okay? You know best. Whatever resonates with you, it is a general reading. So for some of you, it could be you keep wanting to apply for a new job and you don't move your resources and start that beginning. And so your energy is just kind of sitting there and you're like waiting for this to change. And deep down, you know that this person is never going to change. Maybe it's a manager. Maybe you know that that manager's been in their position for years and years. You're never going to get, like, you could go to corporate, you could go to their manager, but you're not going to get anywhere because it's just, you know, some people are protected, unfortunately, and they get stuck in positions. So it's kind of like, if that is the case for you, then your guidance is to kind of take this temptation so that you're not suspended anymore, okay? If this is a new worker that's kind of like a new hire that's kind of causing problems, I'm more so seeing it as like, don't worry, this will sort itself out. This new worker is not going to come in and take your spot, take your position, anything like that, okay? And that's what I'm seeing for you. Right now, you're suspended with this trouble and accusations. Maybe you keep getting blamed for things at work and it's other people not doing their job and somehow you keep getting the brunt of it. And it's kind of like, take that temptation to unsuspend yourself and start that new beginning and create with the magician, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, because there's been trouble, there's been accusations, and it's like, sometimes we can be afraid to take this new path too, okay? So for some of you, it could be that you're too afraid to actually move on from this, and you know deep down that you should be, but you're not, okay? So let's pull some angel numbers and moon oracles for you guys, and let's see really quick. We have jump in and take a risk. Yes, an Aries energy. No way, guys. Okay, so exactly that. Jump in and take a risk. And you have 666, reconnect spiritually. Okay, so it's quite literally like making sure that you are not letting this energy affect your energy, okay? Not letting it like sizzle you as the steak, okay? So let's pull some letters. Let's see. Let's see. So what messages do we have for pile number 2? Can I set the messages for pile number 2? What messages for pile number 2? I see Lord, okay? So I don't know if you believe in that or the creator, whatever, but it's kind of like trust in the Lord, trust that this new beginning is happening, okay? Let's see though. We have rain. Maybe you feel like it's like been raining a lot in your life at work and you're just like, okay, I don't know how much more I can do this. I'm kind of getting over it. I also see rush. Okay, maybe you're in a rush. Maybe you're like, I need to get out of here. And if that's so, then do that. Move your energy away and unsuspend yourself, okay? Maybe it's something that you do need to be done with, okay? For some of you, you know best, okay? If this is a good job that you can't leave and it's just like a little hiccup, you know best, okay? I see relief, okay? You guys are kind of waiting for that relief. It's going to happen. I see the word, oh, I thought it was a G. I thought I saw the word regret, but okay, don't have regrets. Things happen for a reason. Okay, I see the word reason. Okay, sometimes you don't necessarily need a reason to make a new beginning. Sometimes you just need it. You know your energy's drained. Okay, I do see the word drain. Okay, drained. Okay, so maybe you're drained and it's time for that fresh start, okay? Making that next step for that new beginning to create, okay? I see the word release, okay? Release any doubt, okay? And that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 1. This new beginning is coming. And if you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Let me know in the comments down below if anything resonated with you guys. I love to hear that. Make sure that you go check out my Christmas themed video I just released on Monday if you missed that, and like I said, that you're subscribed so you don't miss Monday's last Christmas themed video. But we are going into New Year's, so we're gonna have lots of fun with that, and I will see you guys here on Monday. Bye guys. Hi, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this pile, then you chose it based off your zodiac sign, and you're a Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. Or you chose it based off intuition, and you were drawn to this well card, the tea leaf, family wishes come true. So what I find intriguing right away, right off the bat, is I don't know if you've noticed, but I am wearing something different. It is the next day. And I kind of want to take it into account in your reading, just because I find it intriguing that I was recording the other readings, and long story short, my daughter wanted to do something. She wanted to watch the movie Polar Express. We didn't get to. We wound up doing other things and dinner and all that stuff, and we'll be doing it today, and having hot cocoa and stuff. But I find it intriguing, just because I always put my family first. I always try to put my family first. So I walked away from it and I was like, it's fine, I'll record it then pile 3 in the morning. And it's kind of like, after I got up this morning, I was thinking about like, oh, I have to do their reading, and I just thought it was intriguing because it gives me the overall idea, because I was like, I wonder if pile number 3 has been working on something that they've kind of had to, like, it hasn't been stressful with this card, but it kind of gave me the idea that maybe you guys have been working on something that it could be stressful from time to time, but maybe you've been working on something that you've kind of had to like put a little bit of effort into and then walk away from it, and then put more effort into it and then walk away from it. And it's something that you're trying to start. Yeah, I feel like it's something that you've been working on in your career, like whether it's a side job, whether or not it's just like a nonprofit business. Maybe you're trying to put together some sort of nonprofit, but that's the overall idea that I got, because this card, like family wishes come true, and I just so happened to walk away from the readings for my family. Okay, so I feel like because you've had to like kind of put effort in and walk away, put effort in again, maybe walk away. I feel like this is something that maybe you've had to, maybe you can make a, maybe it's you're trying to get your artwork out, and you've kind of put up posts of your artwork here and there, and now it's kind of like, I feel like this is your guidance that it's finally going to take off. It's like maybe your guidance to keep putting that effort in. I'm not sure, but I thought it was intriguing. And on top of that, I realized that yesterday I never lit the incense during any of the readings. And then I thought that was, I was like, oh no, I forgot that. And then I found it intriguing because the first time I used the incense, it wouldn't light for pile number 1. The second time I used the incense, so pile number 2 got it, okay? The second time I lit the incense, I lit it and it lit for pile number 1. So pile number 1 got the incense and pile number 2 got the incense. And I completely yesterday forgot to light it. So I just find that intriguing that I forgot to light it yet again. And now, so this is my 3rd time using it, and it's kind of funny. Like pile number 2 got it the first time. Pile number, those are for you. Pile number 2 got it this, or pile number 1 got it the second time, and now you guys will be getting it this time. So I will light the incense here in a minute. And I would be intrigued if you happen to pick all of the piles that happen to get lit. If your zodiac sign happened to fall in that pile, that would be intriguing to me. So let's see what your cards are going to say, and let's light your incense and get the reading going. Let's see. Set the vibe, set the energy of the reading, set the intention. And I just want to make sure it's really burnt because sometimes it just doesn't catch. There we go. Put that in my pocket. Alrighty. So for your first card, you have the 4 of Teacups. For your second card, you have the 8 of Hedgehogs, which is the 8 of Pentacles in this deck. For your third card, you have the 2 of Flowers, which is the 2 of Wands in the Alice in Wonderland Tarot. You have the 7 of Hedgehogs, which is the 7 of Pentacles. I absolutely love how this smoke is just like burning over your cards. I love that. It's beautiful. And you have the 3 of Flowers, which is the 3 of Wands. Okay, let's make space for this last card. Try and squeeze her in here. If I have to move my coffee cup, I will, but I like to have my coffee right there. So I'm sorry if that bothers some of you, but I like to have it right there in case I need to take a drink. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so what is coming up for you at pile number 3 in your career? So with the 4 of Teacups here, it's kind of showing me that you've had to like, it's kind of this like emotional resting period. It's not so much, and it's not so much that it hasn't been, it could be like emotion, like how do I word this? Sorry, sometimes it's hard for the words to. So with the Four of Cups, it's about like having that kind of emotional balance and seeing the other side of things emotionally. It's about sometimes not being able to see the other side of things emotionally. And so depending on your situation, maybe some of you can see the other side right now and you know exactly like, yes, this is what I've been working towards. I know that it's going to take a long time. For some of you, it's kind of felt like, well, is this going to happen? Because I see right here, if you look at these cups, it's kind of like it wants to connect, but it's kind of missing this other cup up here, okay, to kind of connect to this. So what I feel like is you've been with the Two of Flowers, the Two of Wands. Wands are all about movement of energy, right? So it's more so you've been kind of moving your energy back and forth between two different energies. It's quite literally like your cards are reading what I had thought. We are going to have to ask for more guidance just because I'm not sure, like, what is this that you're working on? Because with the Eight of Hedgehogs, it's showing that you're trying to protect your resources, okay? The Eight of Pentacles is kind of like trying to protect your resources, trying to keep them safe, being kind of okay in them, you know, you're not like... It's like there's these two cards are intriguing me. It's this choice of energy. But it's this energy that's been going on in your life with the Three of Wands. It's been like going on for a while. This movement of energy has been going on. And it's kind of like you're like trying to keep your resources safe. It's interesting with these because it's like these two hedgehogs are looking at each other. Now these ones are turned away and sleeping. These ones are looking at each other again. These ones are turned away and sleeping. So it's like this idea that you have to keep going back and forth between like watching your resources and being worried about them and then feeling relaxed in them. And that's kind of the idea behind the Four of Cups too, with emotions, okay? So it's really intriguing to me. There's this energy that you're like kind of going back and forth on, okay? For pile number 3, what is this energy? Is this something that they're looking to start? Is this something they've been putting energy into? What is the 2 and 3 of Wands? Is this someone in their life that's been helping them? I have some guidance. The Knight of Teacups. The Hermit card. That is interesting. I feel like you've been kind of two. Thank you. Let's see. We have the Page of Spears. Okay, I see what's going on. And you have the Moon. I just want to pull one more card. Yeah, the Queen of Hedgehogs. That's beautiful. So, okay. So with the Knight of Teacups, the Knight of Cups is all about kind of the Knight of Cups kind of is about being able to emotionally balance yourself. And here with the dodo bird, you can see he's quite literally being the umbrella, right? He is taking on the rainfall. As the rain pours, like you can kind of think of the rain as your problems maybe, or these little issues that keep popping up. And it's like these little issues you are kind of just taking in, okay? And this is not like something that's like distressing you. I don't feel there's not really heartbreak. I don't feel like this is distressing you at all. I feel like this is just something that you've been working towards, and you know that this is going to take a lot of work, especially like you're kind of like just taking the brunt of it emotionally. Whatever comes comes. You're just kind of like, yeah, that kind of sucked, but I'm going to get through that. And then you kind of like pick up the pieces and kind of realign, especially with this Hermit card, okay? You have all the ingredients to make the tea, okay? So I feel like this is definitely something that you guys have been working on with your career, okay? The Hermit is like about taking that isolation, and quite literally, there's that imagery of like release. You could see here with the dodo bird, there's like, these little lines coming up, so it's kind of like releasing that energy. And I see that with the mouse, so I feel like you guys are kind of like, you're not taking any of the kind of mountains that you have to climb over as like a punch to the gut or anything. I don't know how to word it. You're not taking it as like, don't do this. You're just kind of like, okay, you're taking that isolation. And with the Page of Spears, you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to realign my mindset and I'm going to do something else, and maybe that will work, okay? That's what I'm seeing. It's not like you're distressed about it. With the Moon card, it's kind of like you just can't see that this is going to happen for you, that this energy is going to move with the Two of Flowers, okay? And the Three of Flowers is showing me that you've been putting this energy into this, okay? And with the Two of Flowers, it's like that energy is finally going to start moving, okay? With the Queen of Hedgehogs, the Queen of Pentacles, it's like you've been trying to create this. The Queen of Pentacles, she holds her resources like this bird. She's sitting on her eggs and she's just like happily waiting for them to hatch. So I quite literally feel like that's what you're doing. And maybe, is this guidance for you to move towards a different energy? With the Moon card, it could be like lifting that veil and moving towards something new. To kind of take that isolation, to kind of reflect on your emotions. Is this guidance for pile number 3 to, should they keep sitting on their eggs or should they move their energy away from this? I do feel like it's to keep working on this, but let's find out, okay? I don't want to leave you guys questioning anything. So should pile number 2, you have the Nine of Flowers, the Nine of Wands. Okay. You have the Five of Wands. And you have the Emperor. That's interesting. Should pile number 3 walk away from this? Should pile, whoa, thank you. Let's see. The Empress. Oh my goodness. Those are 2 very powerful cards. And you have Temptation. Okay. This is not something you should walk away from. That is so intriguing, because here with the Nine of Flowers, the Nine of Wands is about this energy that is just beat down. And the Five of Wands is kind of like, you see these two different, this new choice. So are you going to be making a new choice? And that's how you're going to get to the Emperor and Empress? I feel like your pile is intriguing me so much, pile number 3. Because you have this different choice of energy. And then when I asked, is this something they should watch? You have 2 very powerful cards, and then you have the temptation, okay? So I feel like for some of you, it is, you may be tempted to walk away from this, okay? You may be tempted to walk away because you may want, like with this Empress here, you may want to hold out your hand and be like, okay, this isn't working. Especially with this Emperor, you can kind of see that he's on top of a book. So I feel like this is something that you've put a lot of work into. You keep putting your energy into. You keep kind of taking this solitude. You keep trying to like redesign this. And right now you can't really see through the veil with the Moon card, okay? And I feel like you are tempted right now to move your energy away from this. And that's why you have temptation. And you're not quite seeing that you are going to be so, this is a whole new world for you that you are creating, okay? You are going to be so, like, quite literally, instead of, like, and it's beautiful, you can see he's sitting on his book and he has the design here, like it's kind of like caution. It reminds me of caution, like be careful. But now you're quite literally wearing that dress. Like the Queen of Hearts, she can be kind of like, you know, she can be strict and she can roll, and but with the Empress, it's like standing firm in that power, especially with the Emperor. So it's like you are going to have that power. This is meant to come into your life, pile number 3, okay? Right now, you can't really see it due to, like I said, I feel like it's something that you've been kind of slowly working on, and it's kind of like you're starting to get to the point where you may want to walk away from it. And your guidance is like, do not be tempted to walk away. Do not be tempted to hold out your hand and maybe choose something different. Should pile number 3 choose something different though? Can I have some guidance for pile number 3 should make a different choice with their career? Should they move their energy away from it? No, do not move away from it with the King of Teacups. The King of Teacups is like you are creating something that's emotionally fulfilling to you, okay? You don't see it with the Moon card. That's what I'm seeing. Don't be tempted to choose a different energy and walk away. You've been working on this with the 3 of Wands, okay? You've been working on this, and keep making that choice to work on it. That's what this guidance is. It's not a different energy. It's keep making this choice to keep working on it. Even if you feel, and it's kind of funny because when you think of a well and this little handle, this bucket, usually when you see a picture of a well, the bucket's like in the picture, you know, but it's kind of like maybe you've had to like put the bucket down and just leave it there like in this picture. And it's kind of interesting because there's like these waves or ripples, and so it's like maybe it's been hard to kind of crank that well and to keep that motivation going. But your guidance is to make sure that you are actively choosing this energy, okay? You are actively continuing to put in that effort because you're not seeing that it is going to pay off for you. These are beautiful cards with the Empress, the Emperor, the Moon card, the Knight of Teacups, the King of Teacups. You are going to be so emotionally fulfilled in this. You're going to know how to sit in your power. and you're not going to be bothered by anything. You're just painting your picture. You're like literally just painting it. And your guidance is don't give up. This is coming for you. Keep moving your energy towards that, okay? And it will come for you, okay? Like I said, I don't feel like this has been distressing to you at all. I feel like you're kind of thinking about just like, I don't know what to do at this point. I'm just like worn down. But yeah, let's get some angel numbers and moon oracles. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you have you create your safe space, okay? That's beautiful. So you create your safe space, and which like family wishes coming true. I feel like you've been actively making the correct choice, and I feel like you're at this point where you're like, well, I've been making the right choice. Like, why is this not moving? Why is this not happening? Like, 599, changes will align you. Yes, those changes that you've been making, okay, changes will align you. Can I have guidance for pile number 3? One more moon oracle. Thank you. Cleanse your emotional energy. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure because I was like, changes will align you. So before I start pulling letters, I do want to say, because my mind's eye keeps telling me, what are you doing? Some of them want to walk away. That's what I keep seeing is like, but I want to walk. Like, that's what I keep hearing in my mind's eye. So I'm going to follow that guidance, and I'm going to say, and I think that's why I can't quite place the energy, to be completely honest, is I feel that for some of you, you're saying, what do you mean? Like, I want to walk away from this. And I feel like if that is something that you know you need to do, because for some of you, I feel like you may be painting a different picture, could be what brings in that prosperity for you, you choosing that different energy. But for some of you, I feel like it has been something you've been working on. You will know, okay? You will know what resonates. You will know best. You listen to your intuition always. But the energy is not sitting right with me with just saying, keep working on this. That energy is not sitting well with me. And I went to pull letters and I just kept hearing, but I don't want to, I want to make a new choice. And so for some of you, that's your guidance, okay? Is like maybe making that new choice and researching into something different. Because if you personally feel like you've been putting this effort in and it's not giving back to you, then you know best, okay? But for a lot of you, I do feel like this is something where you're just not sure with the moon card. You're not sure if this is actually going to happen, and you're tempted to walk away and get off your nest, okay? For a lot of you, that's what I feel like it is. But I did, before I was getting ready to pull letters, I kept being like, I kept hearing in my mind's eye, but I want to leave this. I want to leave this. And if that's something you have to do, then do it, okay? You know best. You know what resonates with you. So let's pull some letters and let's see. Can I have some letters for pile number 3? Thank you. I just noticed your reading is actually quite long compared to the others, so that's intriguing. So it's also like, usually I don't burn through all the incense within a reading, but it's kind of like maybe you've been putting your time, you need that cleansing, you need that reset, you need to remember and kind of pick up the pieces and like keep putting that energy in. Okay, I see the word penned. Oh, I thought I was gonna say see pending. Okay, maybe that's what it's feeling like. You're like, okay, maybe I see the word depend actually. So that's also what I take into consideration is sometimes my brain, oh no, there's no D. Okay, so maybe some of you have been depending on other people, and that's what that Two of Wands is, okay? And you're like, I can't depend on this person anymore. They just keep reaching their hand out with the Empress, okay? You know best. You know whether or not something is good for you or not, okay? Let's see. I'm going to pull a few more letters just because I don't have very many. Whoa! And these ones wanted to come out, so I will honor those. Let's see. Pile number 3. What is the message for pile number 3? I know I don't have an S. I do this to you guys all the time, but I tell myself that my brain, like, I'm hearing it in my mind's eye for a reason, right? There's a reason that my mind, like, I'm hearing it intuitively. So there's no S, but I see this, okay? Listen. So imagine the S there, maybe even the Z, I don't know. Make sure that you're listening to your higher self, okay? That you're not letting this illusion with the Moon card. Actually, do we have illusion? No, because I don't have an S. Okay, so in my mind's eye, I'm like, there's this illusion that it's not gonna work for you, okay? And it is. It's coming into alignment. You're not really seeing it right now with the Moon card, or your guidance is to walk away from it, okay? Because I was gonna say, I think I'm seeing heartbreak. There's no R. So it could be that maybe this thing is causing heartbreak to you and you know you need to move away from it. And you're kind of too scared to because maybe this has been giving to you and it's comfortable to you and it's your guidance to make a new cup of tea. Or it's you think that you making this cup of tea isn't, like, the tea is not going to be made. Like, you get the ingredients and then you make the tea. You have to brew the tea. Well, you have to buy the ingredients. You have to go to the store. You have to buy it. You have to brew it. You know, things take time. So, I actually see the word time. That's funny. So I see the word time. Like, things take time. I see harbor. Oh, no, my brain keeps putting stuff together. If you see anything down below, let me know, okay? I love to know whether or not you guys see something that maybe my brain does not see or I don't intuitively see. Sometimes I see pet. Maybe there's a nonprofit you want to start that has to do with helping pets and you've been kind of putting your energy into it and it hasn't really been giving back to you. Whatever resonates with you, okay? I see there's no F, but oh no. Now I think I have too many letters. Let's see. Need. I see the word need. Okay. So it's something that you keep needing to do. Okay. Let's see. Can I have any last messages for pile number 3 before I leave, any last messages, please? Can I have any last messages for pile number 3 before I leave? Didn't I say earlier I didn't have an R? Maybe that was yesterday's pile. I could be wrong. Okay, I see. I was gonna put armor together, but I realized that it is not working. So I see the word believe, but I don't have a P. That's interesting. So maybe you don't believe that it's gonna happen, okay? That's funny. My name's right there. Let's see though. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I see it. Your last message, pile number 3. And it's just like create. Okay, keep creating this. You know what you're creating. You keep creating it. And if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss Monday's video. We have a new Christmas themed video. It is the last video of the series. It will be going into my goodness, I just had a brain fart. It will be going into New Year's. Oh my goodness. So that's intriguing. That's interesting. So maybe that's something that you've had to keep doing, is like, okay, dropping this and like, hey, what was I doing? But okay, so make sure that you give the video a thumbs up. You become a subscriber and a part of the Arrow family if you are new here. Every Monday when I put out my holiday themed videos, I put out a poll for you to vote for these videos on Friday. So if you didn't go vote, make sure you head over to my YouTube page and look for the voting poll. If you don't like the options, you can leave a comment on that poll and you may see your option on next week's poll. And I will see you guys on Monday with my last Christmas themed video. Bye, arrows.